Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 35 tips and tricks for the LG G8X ThinQ. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you. Make sure you stay locked in for the 35 tips and tricks. Yo, what's up, guys? So let's just jump into the tips and tricks. But if it's your very first time to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're new, make sure you stay to the end of the video so you can watch every single tip and trick. Let's get this video to 30 likes so we could beat the YouTube algorithm. But let's just jump into the first tip. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're brand new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. But if you're already a part of the crew, salute. So this first tip kind of reminds me of the Samsung Galaxy Note phones, except it doesn't have an S Pen. So basically what's really cool is that you can actually double tap the top volume rocker and get to your notes. So 1, 2. So that opens up a note. So then you can actually just take notes with this thing. You can actually hit that. Now you can start taking notes. So I'm gonna do a grocery list. So the 3 things I need is, bananas. You can do, I need some almond milk. You could even do this with your finger. And then the 3rd thing I need is, I forget what it was. Oh yeah, peanut butter. So I really like this feature for taking quick notes, maybe jotting down a phone number or something like that. But that's the first tip for the LG G8X ThinQ. And what's also pretty cool is you can customize the pens to your personal preference. So you could change the color, you could change the size as well. So you can go to this pen, you can go to the highlighter, or you can go to this one, which is basically like a crayon. And you can choose the color you want to use. And so I think this is really solid, like if you want to just mess around with some of the different features with it. But I really like this feature for the LG G8X ThinQ. Now this is a similar feature to that one. Now instead of you just lock the screen and then just double tap the bottom volume rocker, 1, 2, and it automatically opens up the camera. So you can pretty much get to the camera real quick and take photos. You could take video, things like that. But it gets you to your camera really quickly so that when you're ready to take a quick shot, you can actually just take it really quick in the blink of an eye. You don't have to unlock the phone. So I think that's a really sweet shortcut. Now the 3rd feature I like is inside of display, inside of the settings. So hit display, then go to settings, hit display, and then go down where it says accent color. And I think this is pretty cool if you're running on Android 11. You can actually change the accent color to these 5 different colors. So it's got orange, pink, purple, and green. So you just hit apply, and then it changes these colors right here so that you can actually get a different vibe when you're using the phone. And when you pull down on the window right here, you're gonna see the green accented colors, which is kind of cool. Now this next feature is pretty cool for receiving notifications, but if you're the type of person who has your phone on a desk or something, you can basically go to sounds, and what it does is alert you when notifications come in. So you just hit that, and then you can actually hit this flash alert for incoming call. So just keep in mind, if you do hit that, people might think you're taking a picture of them, because when you receive a notification, the flash is gonna go on. So I just want to throw that out there. So just speak like in public, just make sure you are aware of that. But I think that's pretty cool because you can receive flash notifications through the notification light. Now this next feature is cool if you actually want to hide some of the photos in your gallery app. So you hit gallery, and then you just hit the 3 dots on the top, and you're gonna see something right here called show locked files. So basically you just hit this, it says lock content, and lock content must be set before you see any locked files. So you just hit set, and then you can create a pattern, password, or pin. So after I created my pattern right now, it's gonna say confirm, and then you have to put a backup pin as well. So I'm doing that right now. And then basically it's gonna say that the Google account is protected and it's locked inside of your phone basically. So you hit OK. So now you got this empty part right here where if you decided to take these two photos right here, maybe these ones as well, and then put what you can basically do is hit lock right here, and then it moves those over to your locked gallery. And so if you want to get back into it, you're gonna have to go to show locked option right there, and it's password protected. So after I hit that, now I have my screenshots and those two photos that I just took put inside the locked content folder. Another thing you could do is change these icon shapes. So what you want to do is hit a space where there's no widgets on it, then hit home settings right here, and then after you hit home settings, you want to hit icon shapes. So now basically you can change it from original, which is like this, rounded, round, or cylinder, and then just hit apply, and then you can basically customize the way that the icon shapes look, which is something that's pretty cool. Now another thing that you can do is if you have the dual screen case with your phone, what you want to do is go into the Play Store and you want to down something called you just type in wide mode right here inside of here, and then you click the first one for LG, and then basically you can see I have wide mode for LG downloaded. So basically you could use any app on the wide mode. So basically you put your phone inside of the dual case, you snap it right in, and then you can activate the dual screen right here. And basically if you're inside of an app, you can click it right here, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see right here that you have the wide mode button right here. So you would hit that, and it basically makes it so that whatever app you're using is now on the wide screen. So you can basically scroll through social media using both of your screens, which I definitely think is pretty cool. Look at Fat Joe and Big Pun. So it kind of gives it a more of like a tablet feel. So I definitely like this feature when I'm scrolling through social media, and you could even turn it this way so that it shows the full screen. When you could put it down on a desk, and I like that because now you can scroll through your multimedia with the widescreen mode. Now another thing that's pretty sick is that if you go into camera and you actually go into the option where it says turn on AI mode on the camera, you could hit this button right here, and what this does is it activates the AI camera mode so that it's going to optimize the colors. So if you hit that, when you don't see the color there, it's off, but when you hit this, then you're getting the optimized colors. But if you just want like the regular colors, how it would come out normally, you would turn it off. But let me just show you what it would look like with it on and with it off. So this is with it on, and then this is with it off. So let's just compare those two photos, but it's definitely going to look a lot more saturated when you're looking at the photos. The colors are going to be a little bit deeper. Right here it's a little bit more gray, but right here it gives you a little bit more darker tones to the video, especially if you're taking pictures of sunsets and things of that nature. What I would also like to do is loop the home screen. So you can see right here when I get to the end, it stops. I can't continue scrolling. So if you want that to continue looping, just hit the home screen button, hit home screen options, and then put this button on right here where it says home screen. Let me see, loop. So you're gonna look for the home screen loop feature. Now you're gonna notice that feature is actually grayed out right here. It's gonna say you can't touch it right here, and it's gonna be grayed out. But if you touch this one where it says left home screen for the Google feed or the smart bulletin, what you want to do is deactivate that and hit apply, and then just wait a minute, and then actually now you have the looped home screen feature that you can actually use. So now it'll do a continuous loop, and you can just continue to scroll through your phone without having that issue anymore. It'll give you the access to the loop home screen, which is cool. But if you're still here, just comment down below in the comment section. I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me and rocking with me, right? So I definitely appreciate it. Just leave a comment down below and just type I'm still here. And one of the other things I noticed is that sometimes when I would lock my phone and then I would try to unlock it, it would unlock without the fingerprint. So basically, in order to stop that, what you would do is go into the option right here where it says, you could go to the lock screen, okay? And then after you go to the lock screen, what you want to do is, now you're going to see here lock screen and security. Click secure lock settings, and what you want to do is turn on power key instantly locks phone, so that basically when you try to lock your phone now, because right here if you don't do that and then you unlock it, it's going to basically let me show you what I'm talking about. So now you before, if you didn't have that feature on, you reset it, it would unlock without the fingerprint. But if when you have that on, it's going to require you to enter your fingerprint if you want to get inside the phone again. Okay, so you basically have to turn that feature on. Now another thing you can do is hide certain apps inside of your app tray, and what you want to do is basically hit the three dots when you're inside of your app tray right here and click hide apps. So now you can just select what apps you want to hide. So DirecTV, AT&T Cloud, AT&T Smart, AT&T Thanks, things like that, and then just hit my AT&T as well. Just basically all the stuff that you don't use, you could just hit that and then hit apply. So now basically it's going to be hidden. 5 apps are hidden, it said on the bottom. So now it's saving those features that the customized layout that you want. So it'll take a minute to actually come back on. So now it's back on. So when you swipe up, all of those apps are basically going to be hidden from your app drawer, which is cool. Now another thing, I did get a message earlier in the video, so I thought I would mention this, because if you go inside of settings and you go inside of notifications, you're going to get this option right here where it says conversation notifications, and you can show conversation bubbles. It'll drop down into this small tab, and then you can minimize it into a small little icon. And I think that's pretty cool for conversations. You could also do that right here for the bubble notifications for certain apps. So you could even do the side light, and whenever you get a notification, the sides of the phone will actually light up, letting you know that you got a message. So I definitely think that's something that's pretty cool. I definitely think that those side light help when you get a notification, make it a little bit easier to see when you get a notification on your LG G8X ThinQ. Now as far as the gaming on here, it's going to be really advanced, because if you go right here in the settings and then you go into something called extensions, right, you're going to have this feature right where it's going to basically be the feature where you can do you can customize the gaming graphics. So right here you can go to game graphics, and all the games that you have downloaded, you can customize the graphics to them. So right here, this is where you would customize the frame rate and the resolution. You could put that on high or medium or low, and then just hit apply or whatever after, and then the game will be optimized however you prefer it to be. Now another thing that I find really helpful is inside of the keyboard, because sometimes you want the keyboard to be a little bit more responsive. So basically what you would do in order to make that a little bit quicker is go into your keyboard, hit this gear icon right here, and then actually go right here where it says you're going to click the icon for additional settings right down here. And then after you hit that, you're going to see right here it says touch and hold time, and basically you can change that to 0.626, which is going to make the keys feel zippier. So the LG G8X ThinQ, and you're going to notice that it's extremely quick. You could put it on the fastest setting, and that's going to actually speed up the keyboard when you're actually using it. So I definitely like that feature when it comes to the overall keyboard on this thing. You could also make the phone feel a little bit quicker by going into something called extensions, which is in your settings options. And what you want to do is hit this option right here where it says extensions, and then hit increase touch sensitivity when you have a screen protector like I do. So it makes the screen more sensitive to taps, and it's recommended when you're using a screen protector on here. Another thing that I like about this device is it does have portrait video. So what you would do is go into portrait, and then you can see right here we're inside of the portrait mode, but there's like this little red dot at the bottom, which is a video button. So you could actually hit that, and now you can actually customize the blur effect while you're doing video, which is something that I think is cool, but it only gives you up to 10 minutes. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Now, another feature that I find really helpful is if you go into sound right here, and basically you're going to see you have ringtones to choose from on this device. It gives you AT&T ringtones, and then it gives you a ton of different ringtones. But let's just say you wanted to customize that, right? All you would have to do is go inside of the Play Store and type, I don't know, 90s ringtones free. Or you could even just type regular ringtones, but it gives you a ton of ringtones to choose from. 90s, 80s. You could even just type regular ringtones. And let's just say you wanted to have more ringtones to choose from other than the ones that are on this device. So it gives you a ton of different ringtones right here. Ringtones for songs for Android. And you could click this and you could download any app and it'll give you even more ringtones to choose from. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. Now, another thing you want to do is clean your device every so often. So basically just hit settings, then go inside of storage. And then right here, you want to click this option where it says free up space. And it's going to automatically delete temporary files, raw files, downloaded folder, idle apps, and things like that. So you can just delete that, the AT&T thanks or whatever. You could just delete that. You get the downloaded folder, so you can delete things from here, which I wouldn't recommend unless you were like, like trying to clean it out. But then you can click here, catch data, and just delete that because it's just going to be data that it's not important. It'll just clean up all of the files and apps on your phone, and then it's going to set it takes 2.78 gigabytes now. So the cache is cleaned and it's going to free up a ton of storage on your device. But if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. Make sure you take a break real quick. Make sure you go get a glass of water or a quick snack and then come right back to the video. Now, another feature that I like about this device is inside of extensions, and it's going to be really intuitive for when you're listening to Bluetooth headphones or when you're listening to the audio jack on the on the hi-fi DAC. Basically, you go into extensions and then you're going to click context awareness. And basically what this is pretty cool for is that if you have earphones when plugged in, you could choose what app you want to open when you plug in headphones or Bluetooth. And right here I click you could choose the app. So right now you could choose from any app, but I click Spotify. So let's say I plug in some headphones right now. It's going to automatically open up the Spotify application. And you could do that with Bluetooth as well. Now, I think this feature is on all Android phones, but it's really helpful for keeping alert and staying aware of your surroundings. So you basically go into settings, click digital well-being, and then tap focus mode. Because not focus mode, heads up right here, just tap that. So it'll basically help you. It'll say if you're walking while using your phone, get a reminder to focus on what's around you. Use caution, heads up doesn't replace paying attention, so you just turn that on. And then it says heads up needs you to send notifications, so you just click next. And it says heads up is ready to go. So whenever you're walking, and it'll allow you to be more focused. Your phone will actually let you know to stay alert, which is something that I do like on here. Now, another thing I like about this device is that you can customize the always on display. So you basically can go right here and click wallpaper and themes, and then click AOD right here when you're inside of wallpaper and themes. And now you can customize the picture and the clock on your phone. You have a few different options right here that you could choose from in addition to the ones that are already on the phone, or you could just choose your own picture that you have saved into your phone, but it gives you a ton of different options right here to choose from inside of this wallpaper and theme for your always on display. So let's say it's Christmas time and you want to add one right here, or even this really cool clock. You could just go ahead and download this little cool clock because it's free, and just hit download. And then once it's downloading, you just select all and start. It's going to ask you to create an account before you can get into it. So basically it says right here, easy membership completed, device sign in, and now you can download the always on display and then just hit set. So now you could even customize it further right here. You could add different stickers, GIFs, or one of your own wallpapers or your own theme, and then just hit save. So now your always on display will be customized with this really cool clock feature, which I think is something that's pretty cool. Let me just show you what that looks like. So this is the one that I have right here, and I definitely think it's pretty solid. And another thing that's really cool is that you can actually, after that, when the screen is locked, what I like to do is access my shortcuts right here by swiping across. And one of the things I use all the time is the flashlight one. And that's always going to be on when the screen is locked. So you can always turn on your flashlight or turn it off. So I definitely think that's really helpful. And you can see that my flash is actually blinking when I'm receiving a phone call. Another thing you could do is go inside of network and internet and then click call. And then basically one of the things that I like is inside of additional settings down here, you could also hit that. And then basically once you hit that, it's going to basically say gestures. So just go ahead, hit that. And it says right here that you can answer incoming calls by bringing the phone to your ear and it'll answer the call automatically. Or you could flip the phone on the face down to silence the phone call so you don't have to actually answer it. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is inside of settings and inside of display is that you have home screen features and status bar features where you can actually add the battery percentage, navigation features where you can change it to gestures, buttons and gestures, or just buttons only. But if you actually go out of here and attach the dual display onto your device, there's going to be another feature inside of here which I want to talk about that gets added as soon as you put this dual display on. So what you want to do is go into settings, then go to display, and then turn on the dual screen display right here. And what it's going to give you is another feature for this option right here called dual display. So you just go ahead, hit that, and now you can actually make it so that you have a cover display right here, on and off. You could actually keep it on 10 seconds or keep always on. You can actually do the dual screen tool. It lets you move what's showing on your screen onto the other one when you swap both screens. You can reverse right here so that when you put this device in the back, it'll turn off the back of the phone. But if you keep that feature on, like right here, if you click right here where it says reverse, you can actually keep it on if you do that. So it's going to stay on both displays if you wanted that to happen, but just keep in mind there will be some touch issues. Or it can just dim the back display when you turn it, put it right here. It's gonna dim it so you can't touch it or whatever, but it'll still be on. So that's just something to just keep in mind as well. And just keep in mind this is available for Android 11. I noticed it wasn't available for the Android 10 or 9, but so basically you could actually do that, which is something. But another thing is if you click wide view, it'll automatically let you use all these apps in the wide view display mode. But if you downloaded that app that I showed you earlier called wide mode, you could use any app on wide mode. Now another solid feature that I like about the dual display is that, let's say you just put this guy in here real quick and put your fingerprint in here and turn on the second display, you can actually change the wallpaper to be different from the one that's on this display. So basically just long hold here. Let me show you guys real quick. When you go into the option that I showed you right here with the display, you have to do it through here, and you just click dual screen, and then right here you can see it says wallpaper right here. So what it'll do, it'll give you the option to change the wallpaper on your dual display. So you can pick one from your gallery, or you could just pick one from, you know what I'm saying, the ones that they have to offer. But you could use this one, and you can make it wide right here. So if you hit that button, it'll make the displays, you know what I'm saying, it'll make them different. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So when you're inside of here, you click extend to main screen. So now both the screens are going to be set to the same wallpaper. And then when you unlock the device, now you can see it extends out and it's just the same lock screen on both screens. So I think that's something that's really cool because now the wallpaper is shared on both the displays and it's not a separate wallpaper, which is something that I really like. And while we're still inside of the dual display settings, what you want to do is choose MultiApp Shortcut so that when you open up the device, you can actually choose which apps you want to open up when you open the device. Let's say you use 2 apps all the time, right? So you can make it like your you can make it Instagram and then you can make it YouTube. So and then you could switch them to whatever you want or even clear them. But whatever ones you choose when you open the display, that's what it's going to open up to. So let's just do Instagram and let's just do Facebook, and then let me close the phone, and then when I open the phone and go ahead and let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here you can see it created a shortcut on this display, so when you hit that it can automatically open that. And I think that's something that's really cool because now you can just have that open up real quick on 2 displays. Let's say you were doing work or anything like of that nature, you'll have those 2 screens that you can just open up at the exact same time, which I think is pretty solid. So this second feature will have the ability to make it so that when you choose an app to open whenever you open the dual screens, it'll just turn on. So for example, you could have, let me choose something different this time. Let's say I want to choose, I don't know, Spotify. So now that's my app pick. So whenever I open up the phone with the dual display and hit my fingerprint, it should just open up Spotify on the dual display right here. And then I could just listen to the music on the left side while using the regular other side to do whatever I want to do. So I think that's something that comes in handy as well. Another thing you could do is quickly launch speed dialing on this device by long holding a number, and it says no speed dials are assigned. So basically you can go to your contact list and assign different speed dials. Let me just show you how to get it started. So let me just cover up this guy. You want to hit the 3 dots inside of the contact, and then it's going to say set speed dial, and you just hit this button, and then basically it's going to set it to the number you decide to press. But you have to be inside of the contacts and hit the 3 dots on the right hand corner and then select the speed dial for up to 9 buttons, which I think is pretty cool. Now the last feature that I want to talk about for the LG G8X ThinQ is inside of settings, and you're going to go to your lock screen right here. After you go to your lock screen, you're going to go to customize lock screen. After you hit that, you're going to go to and add weather animation on the lock screen when it rains or snows in your location. So whenever you open up the weather, it's going to have an animation right here appear, and right now it's cloudy, so you can see that the animation appears on the weather app. So I think that's something that's pretty cool because it's going to basically show the animation on your lock screen. When it's locked, it'll show up on here whenever it's raining or snowing. But hopefully you guys did find these 35 tips and tricks for the LG G8X ThinQ helpful. But if you did, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos just like this. I encourage you to hit the bell so you can get notified for more videos. And I'm going to get right back with you and show up in the comment section and answer all your questions right now. But in the meantime, make sure you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, group. Peace.